Hello and welcome to Horizon Overland. Today I'm going to show you an updated level 3 build that I have installed on my 89 Suburban 4-wheel drive. Now a few months back I've done a complete video tour of my 89 Suburban showing you the entire rig as well as the older version of the level 3. Since then I have taken the older version out and I've installed a newer updated level 3 build that has a different color to complement that crazy red interior that Suburban has, as well as some updated features and an overall softer and newer design. So without further ado, let's get started on the tour. So here he is, my pride and joy. To quickly recap, for those of you who are new to this channel, this is my personal rig. It is my 89 Suburban half-ton 4-wheel drive with the V8 350 small block, and it is the throttle body injection. This Suburban has been lifted 4 inches, and it does have the lift kit from Rough Country, and it also has the steering stabilizer as well from Rough Country. The tires are all-terrain tires and the wheels are Mickey Thompson wheels. The body has been rhino lined gray. I really like that rhino liner finish on this because it makes it more rugged and it just makes this thing pop. When you see it drive by, you can't help but notice. Also, you see the addition of 2 bully side steps, a Smittybilt Defender rack. It's a 4-foot by 6-foot Defender rack, as well as part of the level 3 build is the 2 100-watt solar panels, which makes this thing fit for off-grid sustainable camping. Moving right along, back here you see that it has the barn door setup. It's got the tow package and then also 2 LED lights in the back. You could see the rhino liner finish on this looks really well, and it does have black bumpers, black door handles, black mirrors, black wheels, as well as a black grille in the front with 2 LED lights mounted on the front bumper. So that's pretty much a quick overview of the outside. Let me move on to the inside to show you more of this rig. Okay, so here's the interior of this Suburban. Unlike the exterior, which has this rhino liner finish, the interior is very much in original condition, and it is this beautiful red color. It is my favorite interior out of all the Suburbans I've seen or I've had. This red is very unique, very cool looking, and I really like it because it creates that really nice warm environment. You could see everything is still very much in original condition. The seats are great. All the interior components are still intact. Tons of storage inside this center console, your shifter on the floor for the 4-wheel drive. And then here we have an updated stereo. We have the LED light switch for the front and for the rear. And then over there we have a button that turns on the rear view camera. And then also we do have 2 USB as well. Right here is your ashtray. You could see everything is in great shape. Up here you got some more storage, dome lights. Headliner is in excellent shape like you see, and here are the rear seats, the second row seats, also in really good condition. Let me actually go back there and show you. So yeah, it does have the rubber floor mats. I did want to keep this as a 5-seater setup. I can take out the second row seat and create more space to kind of move around, but I did want to keep this thing as a 5-seater SUV. But it is also a level 3 build. It's a 2-person camper level 3 build, which we'll check out in a minute here. But yeah, you could see I have installed a curtain as part of the privacy package, which is really nice to kind of block the driving area from the sleeping area. And it does have the mesh sleeves as well, which I don't have on right now, but yeah. So let me go ahead and fold down the second row seat and show you the build. So I went ahead and folded the second row seat flat, as you can see. One thing I really like about the older Suburban, the 7th generation, which this one is, the square body, is that when you fold the second row seat, it folds nice and flat, which creates an even floor area from the rear to the back of the second row seat, which makes it very efficient in design. And it allows this level 3 build to be perfectly snug behind the second row seat. So when the seat is up, everything is super tight, nothing moves at all behind the second row seat. So let's check out the updated level 3 build. You could see the folding mattress. This is a 3-piece foam folding mattress, which also stows very nicely on top of the platform behind the second row. Underneath, you have some storage cubbies, large storage areas. There is a outlet, USB port, and also just a regular AC outlet. This is connected to the inverter. Here is a battery reader, and then up here is a LED light, which is currently plugged in. You can see it has 2 lighting setting. On this side, we have a folding table, and we have some lawn chairs right on top of that folding table. And then on the other side, let me just hop in here. I have a fan right there, and it is currently plugged into this 12-volt outlet, and that is your inverter switch. So I went ahead and unfolded the 3-inch foam mattress on the platform. This mattress is big enough for 2 people to sleep on. So let's go over the updates on this new level 3 build. As you can see, if you've watched the older tour on this '89 Suburban, you would have noticed that the level 3 build was darker in color. Now, I do like that color. I believe it was called Jacobin stain color. However, it did not really complement the red interior. It was just too dark in here, with the build being dark and the interior being red and kind of darkish. It was kind of very dark in here, and I didn't really like it very much. So I went ahead and made the new level 3 natural. I kept the natural color of the wood, but only applied protective gloss treatment, as well as now just kind of routing all the edges to have them nice and smooth, so that you can prevent injury by not, like, if you do bump into the edges, you're not going to hurt yourself. Everything is very nice and has a very nice smooth finish to it. This level 3 build again has the side storage, which are the cubbies, and also a large shelving area. Now, the older level 3 that was in here, the side shelving on one side kind of went all the way up here, blocking the speaker. And on the other side, it was a little bit further back, because I did have a seat only on one side. But now I have a seat on both sides, because this is a 5-passenger SUV, so I had to design both side shelving to keep both speakers exposed. Up here, I have my sleeping stuff, sleeping bag, pillow, and then an extra blanket if it gets cold. And then this bungee cord just kind of keeps everything from falling down. And then on this side, I do have my hiking backpack and an extra pillow as well. And then up here, there's this really cool net area. If I want to just store some clothing items or something light, I could just throw it on top to get it out of the way from down here. So that's pretty much the sleeping area with the side storage on both sides. What I'm going to do now is step outside, go towards the back, open it up, and show you more of the build. Okay, so let's go ahead and open the barn doors and check out the rear part of this updated level 3. We'll start with the sides here. Back here, behind the large shelf, is an open area to store some maybe large water containers, and then you have a bungee cord to kind of keep them in place. Down here, you have a little opening. Behind this cover is a propane tank. This opening has a propane hose coming out of it, and then the propane stove is actually stored in here. So basically, I take the propane stove from the storage area, I close the topper, and then I just go ahead and set the stove right here, and then use the connector from the propane tank and connect it to the side here. So these drawers you can open them up halfway, and then they can lock halfway, and then they can also open up all the way and lock all the way. You could see two locking positions on these heavy duty ball bearing locking slides. Really cool slides. Also, I think they're rated at 250 pounds. I would never put 250 pounds on them, but it's nice to know that they're rated for that much anyways. Here I didn't do a topper, so I can create more open storage. Pots and pans, we have the utensils, everything is in this bag. I have some paper plates. I have my my French press. I love coffee, so I have to have my French press, more plates and bowls and stuff like that. So everything stows in this drawer. On this side we have another drawer, and then this drawer actually has, just like the level 1 build, has the sink built into the drawer. Here are the sink connectors. We have the hose. This connects from the drain to the gray water container, and then here we have the fresh water. So what I do is I actually take the gray water, set it under the sink, connect all the hoses to it, and then just kind of tip this over on top of this really cool bar mat to protect the wood, and then have that dispense into the sink, and you can do your washing of dishes. And here you can put a towel and then have the dishes dry. And the sink actually is really cool because it opens and you have more storage. You have some paper towels, toilet paper, wipes, garbage bags, scrubbing pads, soap, everything you need for your cleaning needs. In front of the sink we have another opening for more storage, and here you can cook, here you can prep. When you're washing dishes, you can close this drawer halfway like this, so I could stand right here, I can wash dishes. The setup is super configurable, very open, very soft to the touch. You can see everything is very nicely finished to prevent injury. Everything can be moved around, taken out. The fridge can be taken out, placed on that folding table that I showed you inside earlier, and to create more open space inside to maybe check out the view, which is non-existent here, but at some point you'll come across a really cool view that you want to take all in the comfort of the mattress. And then on this side we have our battery compartment. This is a reflective insulation cutouts for the rear windows. If I need some extra privacy, I'll velcro them to this window, but I have them stored right now behind the upper shelving area. On this side we have USB ports, and then a 12 volt where the fridge, this is the 50 quart fridge, it plugs into. This is the connection for the fridge, and here is your solar controller. You got all your controls right here, and the screen is super visible for you to see all the necessary information. This is a 50, I believe it's a 50 quart fridge, so it could fit a lot in here. And I do have a stepping stool for me to get up there and open the fridge, because clearly I'm not tall enough to access the contents of the fridge. So I do need a little bit of help with a stepping stool. Everything on top of the platform is secured via bungee cords and these hooks. So this is, you can run a bungee cord from here to here and then secure your water containers while you're driving. And on this side we also have these hooks for the fridge. The fridge sits right here, and then there's one hook on this side and one behind the fridge, and then you could use a bungee cord and put it on top of the fridge to make sure this thing doesn't move, especially when you go off-road. When you have the right tightness level on the bungee cord, this thing stays in place and doesn't move anywhere. You don't want this to move around, especially when you're off-roading in this thing. This is a very tightly fit setup, and it really does fare well, especially during bumpy roads on wild camping trips. So that concludes the tour of the updated level 3 build on my 89 Suburban 4-wheel drive. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you for tuning in, and if you liked the video, feel free to subscribe or drop me a comment. I would really appreciate it. Until next time, take care and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.